Welcome to my Agasthyakoodam trekking vlog. This trek is incredibly special to me because my dad and I have been trying for years to get a pass for this adventure. Every year, the trekking permits sell out in minutes, and securing a spot is no easy task. But this year, we found a trick that helped us get our tickets easily, and I've revealed that trick in a separate video on my channel. Make sure to check that out after watching this. KSRTC buses are available up to the Bonacod Tea Factory, making it easier for trekkers to reach the starting point of the trek. Agasthyakoodam, standing tall at 1,868 meters above sea level. I personally prefer an off-road vehicle like Athir to reach Bonacod Camp, as the rough terrain requires good ground clearance for a smooth and hassle-free ride. Is one of the highest and most challenging trekking destinations in Kerala. Nestled deep inside the Neyyar Wildlife Sanctuary, this UNESCO-protected biosphere reserve offers a trek through dense forests, steep climbs, and breathtaking views of the Western Ghats. We had our breakfast at Bonacod Base Camp before starting the trek, but keep in mind that food here is quite expensive. Before starting the trek, the forest officer gives a brief introduction about the trail, safety guidelines, and rules to be followed inside the reserve forest. Plastics, alcohol, and similar restricted items are strictly banned inside the forest. The forest officers conduct thorough bag checks at the Bonacod checkpoint to ensure compliance. Along with our forest guide, we officially began our trekking adventure, stepping into the dense and breathtaking wilderness of Agasthyakoodam. In this video, I'll take you step by step through my entire trekking experience, from booking the pass to reaching the sacred peak. So, stick around till the end. And don't forget to check out my other video where I reveal the trick to easily booking your Agasthyakoodam trekking pass. Agasthyakoodam is not just a trekking spot. It holds deep historical, spiritual, and ecological significance. It is home to over 2,000 species of medicinal herbs, and is said to have air that is naturally infused with healing properties. The thick forests of Agasthyakoodam house a variety of flora and fauna, some of which are rare and endemic to this region. This mountain is named after the revered Sage Agastya, one of the Sapta rishis mentioned in Hindu scriptures. Legends say that this peak was his meditation retreat. Pilgrims trek to the summit not just for adventure, but for a spiritual journey. Agasthyakoodam is also famous for bird watching, and during the trek, you can spot various migratory and endemic birds. The Nilgiri langur, Malabar giant squirrel, elephants, and even leopards inhabit this region, making it an ecological hotspot. If you're planning to trek Agasthyakoodam, remember, the trekking trail is only open for 45 days from mid-January to March. This is the best season, with temperatures between 12 degrees Celsius and 20 degrees Celsius, clear skies, and lush greenery. During this time, the forests are alive with blooming flowers, fresh mountain streams, and cool, crisp air that makes trekking a pleasure. On the way, we took a refreshing bath in a natural water stream. The cool, crystal-clear water flows from the heart of the forest, passing through medicinal plants, making it incredibly rejuvenating and beneficial. We also drank directly from these pure mountain streams, feeling energized by nature's own filtered water. After this refreshing break, we had our packed lunch, which we had brought from the Bonacod base camp, before continuing our journey deeper into the wilderness. Now, here's the tricky part, getting the pass. The Kerala Forest Department issues only 100 trekking passes per day, and they sell out extremely fast. But I recently discovered a trick to secure a pass more easily, and I've shared all the details in a separate video on my channel. So, don't forget to check that out. The permit costs 2,700 Indian rupees, covering the forest pass and stay, but excluding meals. Booking is available online through the Kerala Forest Department's official website. Day 1. Trek to Athirumala Base Camp, 16 kilometers. Our trek starts at Bonacod Forest Checkpoint at 7 a.m. Here, we need to show our ID, medical certificate, and trekking pass from the online booking. After verification, we receive a safety briefing from the forest officers. At 9 a.m., we start our 16 kilometers trek to Athirumala base camp, which takes 7 to 8 hours. The journey takes us through dense forests, open grasslands, streams, and rocky terrains. It's a long but breathtaking trail. Throughout the trek, you will hear the sounds of nature, birdsong, rustling leaves, and the occasional roar of a distant waterfall. You won't believe how breathtaking the Agasthyakoodam forest is. The moment you step in, it feels like entering another world. Untouched, pure, and absolutely magical. The trees here are massive, their branches stretching high above, forming a thick green canopy that lets in just the right amount of golden sunlight. It's like nature itself has created a giant, living cathedral. And the air, it's different, fresh, crisp, and filled with the scent of wild herbs and blooming flowers. You can actually feel the purity with every breath. The whole forest hums with life. You hear birds singing from the treetops, the rustling of leaves as the wind whispers through them, and every now and then, the distant call of a hidden animal. To ensure trekkers stay on the right path, arrows are strategically placed throughout the forest for proper navigation. These markers guide us through the dense wilderness, helping us find our way without disturbing the natural beauty of Agasthyakoodam. Finally, we have arrived at the Athirumala base camp, surrounded by mist-covered peaks and the soothing sounds of nature. This place feels like a hidden paradise in the heart of Agasthyakoodam. Check in with the forest officer, collect our sleeping mats and meal tokens. Food and accommodation facilities are available at the base camp, including well-maintained toilets, ensuring a comfortable stay for trekkers amidst the wilderness. We then headed to the nearest pond for a refreshing bath. The water here is crystal clear, flowing from the heart of the forest, enriched with medicinal properties from the surrounding herbs and plants, an experience that truly rejuvenates both body and mind. The price of food at Athirumala base camp is quite high, but we kept it simple by having a warm bowl of congee, rice porridge, before settling in for the night. On day 2, everyone was filled with excitement as we prepared for the much-awaited trek to the peak. By 7:26 a.m., we set off, eager to conquer the final stretch of Agasthyakoodam. We begin our 6 kilometers trek to the summit. The first 4 kilometers are relatively easy, but the final 2 kilometers is a steep, almost vertical climb. We use ropes to ascend and navigate the rocky terrain. The atmosphere was surreal, cold, misty, and covered in dense fog. The forest felt alive, with the sounds of nature echoing around us. As we ascended the mountains, we even spotted a few snakes blending into the rocky terrain, a reminder that this untouched wilderness belongs to them as much as it does to us. According to ancient Hindu mythology, the earth was once unbalanced, with too many people living in the north. To restore equilibrium, Lord Shiva commanded Sage Agastya to travel south. As the sage moved, life flourished and balance was restored. Another legend from the Ramayana says that when Lord Rama and Lakshmana were in search of Sita, Sage Agastya provided them with divine weapons to help them defeat Ravana. Some believe that Sage Agastya still watches over this land, and many devotees say they feel his spiritual presence at the peak. As we reached the steepest part of the trek, we had to rely on ropes and the natural rock formations to climb higher. With every step, the cool mountain breeze and the breathtaking view made the effort worth it. The mist rolling over the hills, the untouched greenery, and the sheer silence of nature. It all felt like a glimpse of heaven on earth. Finally, after an intense and rewarding climb, we stand before the revered statue of Sage Agastya. Surrounded by the mystical beauty of the Western Ghats, the air feels different here, calm, pure, and filled with a deep spiritual energy. The cool mountain breeze carries the scent of medicinal herbs, and the mist rolling over the peaks adds to the sacred aura of this place. This is not just a summit, it is a sanctuary of peace, where nature and spirituality merge. The presence of Sage Agastya is almost palpable, as if his wisdom and energy still linger in these hills. Many believe that the air here has healing properties, not just for the body, but also for the mind. As we stand in silence, gazing at the serene statue, a deep sense of tranquility washes over us. The struggles of the trek, the fatigue, and the physical exertion all fade away in this moment of spiritual fulfillment. It feels as if the mountain itself is rewarding us, filling our hearts with inner peace and a renewed sense of strength. For centuries, sages and seekers have made this journey in search of wisdom, and now, standing here, we truly understand why. This is not just a trek, it's a journey of the soul. Agasthyakoodam is more than a mountain. It's an experience of divinity, an awakening of the spirit, and a reminder that nature holds immense power to heal, transform, and uplift our souls. After spending an hour at the peak, we start our descent back to the base camp. Here, you can choose to stay the night or trek back to Bonacod the same day, depending on your energy level. While descending back to Athirumala camp, we witnessed the true depth of the forest, snakes silently crossing our path, and the rich sounds of wildlife surrounding us. We spent the night at Athirumala camp. On day 3, after a refreshing morning, we got our trekking pass signed by the forest officer and began our journey back, carrying unforgettable memories of Agasthyakoodam's beauty and spiritual energy. The untouched wilderness reminded us of nature's raw beauty and spiritual energy, making us feel both humbled and deeply connected to this sacred land. And with that, we finally made it back to Bonacod, completing this incredible journey through the mystical Agasthyakoodam. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this adventure, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing travel experiences.